Meet me at 3rd and Fairfax. The property has been on the corner of 3rd and Fairfax in Los Angeles literally since the 1860s. But Farmers Market, when it really began to grow, became a meeting place for everyone in the city, including the Hollywood community. It is to this day the best place in town to spot stars. Blanche McGee and her husband owned a restaurant downtown in Los Angeles, and they used to drive past this corner every day on their way to work. And in July of 1934, when the first farmers parked trucks on this property, which was vacant land at the time, Blanche knew some of them and thought they might need to eat lunch, so she brought sandwiches for them. And eventually one of the customers for the farmers, someone buying fruit and produce, said, "Could I buy a sandwich too?" And Blanche was reluctant, but she decided to go ahead. And eventually this restaurant came to be, followed quickly by power on the property, water on the property, and tables and chairs all over the place so people could sit and eat. Bob's Donuts is another of the 2nd and 3rd generation shops at Farmers Market. Bob's dad was a butcher here. Bob went off to college. He went to UC Berkeley and got an MBA, and when he returned, his father said, "What do you want to do?" And he said, "I want to open a shop at Farmers Market." We are looking at a small selection of the amazing array of donuts which Bob's Donuts serves. This is the raised glaze, by far the most popular, and most folks believe the best donut in Los Angeles. We then have Patsy D'Amore's Pizza. Patsy's daughter Philomena now runs this shop. It is the shop which literally introduced pizza to Southern California. They built a brick oven in 1940 to start serving pizza to customers here. The brick oven is still there, and it still makes great pizza. So this is McGee's Nuts, the same family that owned McGee's, the first restaurant at Farmers Market. And as you can see, they make peanut butter the way it's supposed to be made. You start with peanuts, you grind them, you come up with peanut butter, and then you take it home and discover what real peanut butter should taste like. They also have almond butter and macadamia butter. It's an extraordinary place which has been very, very popular with people over the years, including President Eisenhower, who stopped by to watch this machine at work and loved it. Vice President Mondale used to write in his orders here, and in the early 60s, a band called the Beatles visited here. When they left, they wrote a handwritten thank you note to McGee's, which Ringo wrote for the group. One of McGee's contributions to American culture is this mixture. Blanche, when she first opened the shop, had some issues with her suppliers and ended up with a small collection of a variety of nuts, but not enough of any one to sell. So she tossed them all into a bowl and put them in a roaster and invented roasted mixed nuts. This is the real roots of Farmers Market. It actually began as a small set of trucks parked on an empty lot where housewives could buy fresh produce from local farmers. We still have, obviously, gorgeous, wonderful fresh produce as well as other groceries, and a lot of restaurants and all sorts of shopping opportunities. It all began with fruits and vegetables. Once Farmers Market became a permanent grocery store, it became clear that folks who would move from shop to shop needed some way to carry all their purchases. So originally, this was a wicker basket, but the wicker didn't hold up terribly well, and so we changed to pine. These are handmade on the property. The color is officially Farmers Market green. And while the idea is that folks will shop at the market, fill their baskets, and then load them into the trunk of their car and drive away, these have been known to wander off the property. And in fact, a couple of years ago, someone wrote to our monthly newsletter, The Bugle, saying, "I found one of these on the sidewalk in front of my house in Texas. Do you have any idea what this is?" We said we did know, and that's as far as we know one has gotten, but it's an open question. When folks talk about the farmers market's unique character, One of the things they probably have in mind is this glorious display of baked goods, all for dogs. This is Three Dog Bakery, a bakery just for pups, with a nod to cats in the other container. This is pretty much Los Angeles. We care for our dogs deeply and seriously in LA. But here you have a sense of family, of community, of neighborhood, and it's just a very warm place to be. And don't forget, meet me at 3rd and Fairfax.